Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to more BTS Europe action. It's Team Liquid facing off Yellow Submarine, and still round number 1 of the tournament. We'll show the bracket for you right now. And as you can see way there at the bottom, we are getting close to closing out that first round of bracket play here. Liquid versus Yellow Submarine. They got Power Rangers waiting for them in round 2. We saw Power Rangers best the Danish Bears earlier today in a 2-0 shutout. If you want to catch that series, of course, you can go check out the Beyond the Summit YouTube channel, which I've already uploaded them as we speak. So, here we are in game number 2. Will Liquid be able to close this one out 2-0, or Yellow Submarine start to make their run back? We have Ryu Boris joining me, and he's going to give us all the insight to see if Yellow Submarine are going to be able to do it or not. But I got to say, Ryu, we were talking about it in the last draft. Here, Liquid's one of those teams that they're just known for their signature heroes, and one of the biggest, baddest heroes at Shanghai Major was their Nature's Prophet play, and here they're going to be gifted it again. I mean, there's just not enough bans for Liquid, is what it always feels like. All right, I can't hear you, and I don't know if it's you're not talking, because I can't even hear you a little bit. Normally I can. You there, Ryu? Hi. How you doing?
We're good.
Okay,
just something
good.
Unplugged real quick. It's fine.
Yes.
All right, what I was saying is, yeah, Nature's Prophet, Shanghai pick a lot. So was Ursa, wasn't it, for Matsu? Most for at least I want to say that's how they kind of made their grind in the upper bracket, where they had the Ursa picks from time to time, and they did a lot of work with it on the dark side. I'm trying to remember, because honestly, guys, I'm living in Europe, so I only got to see like maybe 1 or 2 best of 3s at most, and I was kind of busy, so it's whatever information I get was just kind of like next day I just like look at the picks or look at who just won, and then just glance over things, and then so I don't know everything about the majors. I know they were still not the best at first, but
excuses, Ryu. Excuses. They're VODs.
But the games were amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I tuned in for some of the games, and they lasted for like 67 minutes, and they were some of the absolute best games we've seen in a long time.
Well, I mean,
so I was very happy.
You're not wrong. They did play Ursa. They had an Ursa game against Evil Geniuses in their run there, where they did manage to 2-0 EG. It was on the back of one of those games, or the closeout game was on the back of a Matama Man Ursa. So you're not mistaken in that department. Something else they played a lot of, but we see no one else really play now, and we could even see this game, is Jerix's Phoenix. During the Shanghai Major, the Phoenix was just so potent. But since then, you know, even the Tier 2 teams like when I was doing BTS Americas, when I was doing the Star Ladder qualifier, no one really cared to go for the Phoenix. And we're still seeing plenty of Lone Druid, but, I mean, maybe even here, Liquid didn't even ban the Lone Druid. They're like, if you guys go for Lone Druid, I mean, we're definitely going to get the Phoenix in this case. But I would just wonder why all the other teams just don't give the bird any love, you know?
5 seconds remaining.
Maybe they just... I think nowadays it's more so about the Bounty Hunter and the Earth Spirit and the Enchantress. Those have been the top 3. And I wanted to say about the Oracle, like Oracle DP, are you going to actually deny Picket? And that's pretty funny that they actually do. That's next level stuff, and that adds a lot of healing power to their lineup here for Yellow Submarines. But back to the point here, it's I don't know. It's just weird for me to see, but Team Liquid, what would you get now? Phoenix is like one of those heroes that it can still be countered. Juggernaut does it really well. You just spin it off. But Ursa kind of counters Juggernaut, right? So Juggernaut, he ulties, then Ursa ulties, and then you just did absolutely nothing. But we'll see how they want to go for it. And maybe just the Phoenix is just... You just can't get away with the early greed anymore. Levels is too hard or something. But I agree with you, man. The Sunray that I've seen in China, boy, it melts heroes fast.
Liquid do opt for the Rubik, so we might be in store for the K-God Rubik here. Kuroki, notoriously known for his ridiculously good Rubik play, but you know Rubik is kind of not really trending
calling him
right
rusty?
Now. No,
I bet you
wouldn't
want to
say
call
he's rusty. No, he's gone through all the wavelengths of. I mean, the guy's been playing the game long enough that he's been through like 3 different trends of when Rubik has been popular or not popular. So I'm sure he's always just kind of, it's like a bicycle, you know, he just gets right back on it here. I just wonder why the significance of getting the Rubik in this game or not. I mean, stealing stuff from Oracle ain't the easiest. All of his spells pretty much have a low cooldown and could easily be spammed out. And you don't really benefit from any one particular skill unless you do get False Promise. But normally that can be quickly taken away. You can cast your Purifying Flames just as fast afterwards, so can be tricky to snag up. And we already know that Witch Doctor should be pretty good about not allowing the Death Ward to be dropped with the benefit of his toggling heal. So it does feel a bit peculiar to me.
Yeah, normally you would sometimes counter pick, like Rubik would be my counter pick to dissuade them from picking Enigma or Tide Hunter.
Okay.
Maybe that's their logic. They're like, well, maybe they were going to pick up a Tide Hunter or something along those lines, and now we're just going to get this Rubik, so they don't do it. They just go for the Beastmaster instead, which could be next level for all we know, but he could just be comfortable on the hero. And Team Liquid last hero here needs to be another support if they want to get greedy. Enigma's still there for
Tusk
KotLGuy.
is also there, but they're going to go for the Doom. All right. No, you know what?
This team is just greedy.
If that's a Jarek's Doom, I don't know when I've ever seen him play Doom. I mean, Jarek's hero pool, as we know, is like even that Witch Doctor is like a long shot. It was like Earth Spirit if it's available for sure, but normally is never. So it's like it was Tusk, it was Bounty Hunter, and Phoenix. Witch Doctor, that was a rare sight too in the last game, but a Doom. This is Jarek's Doom. I mean, bring it up. I would bring it up right now. I don't think he's been playing any competitive Doom.
I mean, it's just the meta shift here.
Yeah. That's this is a new one for him. I'm looking over his recent matches, Witch Doctor, Phoenix. He had an Ogre game, Tusk, Lion. He actually played an Oracle too, apparently. Phoenix, Tusk, and then so on and so forth. Yeah. No Doom though. So that'll be fun to see. I mean, you're going against Yellow Submarine and BTS Europe. You're looking to try out some new stuff. Yeah, why not a better time than now? And I know Liquid have plenty on their calendar. I mean, not going to lie, Rio, I'm a little surprised they're playing in BTS Europe. I mean, this is a team that can easily,
would be the same.
ESL Manila is probably waiting for him. ESL freaking Frankfurt. They got the Manila Major. I mean, you know what, though? This is a team that will continue to play and grind it out. And I'm sure they really surprised a lot of people with their Shanghai run. I was not suspecting them to end up in a top 3 position, that's for sure. I would have given top 5 though, but
it's the funny part. It's the reverse effect. I just want to call it the reverse effect. It's where OG weren't supposed to be better than Liquid, and then OG finished top 1st, and then all of a sudden Liquid aren't supposed to be better than OG, but they are, and then they do the reverse and they get 2nd. So it's just, Dota is just fun. You just never know what's going to happen, except for in this game. A Smoke Gang is going to get...
Yeah, Yellow Submarine, they love this like early 5-man smoke. That came from downtown right there. Long shot, the Astral for the setup, and well, you gotta know Dima and the Chaos Knight, one of the best level 1s in the game, just boom, bashes him down, and for the 2nd game straight, Yellow Submarine will be off to a nice start with the first blood. This time it will go to Dima. Last time we already talked about how Yellow Submarine had a great laning phase, but Liquid, they didn't seem to be too phased out, and they were happy to kind of continue to build the farm on the side lanes and play it slow here. But Artez going super, super deep to block out one of those pesky Doom camps here. And look at that. It's actually Kuro who is going to be playing the Doom. And Jarek's will take the Rubik on this one. Meanwhile, Fata, early Soul Siphon. Man, this has been the longest level 1 Tift ever. They finally might finish this game of footsie and resolve back to the laning phase. Unfortunately for some of them, they're going to have to start chewing through their lane tangos a bit, but still Yellow Submarine will be the only team walking away with a kill.
And they're going to be going aggressive lane. So I like what they're doing right now, where they're not going to let the Ursa just get absolute free farm, and they contested that hole, so that's going to help out. It's going to force KotLGuy to rotate in the jungle, so this is going to hurt and help at the same time, where you're going to not know where he is. So the mid lane might get ganked here for free agent, so it has to be a little bit careful. Whereas Goritz, he's susceptible now to this Doombringer, but what does he start with? He gets a tornado, or the tornado creep. Not the best thing.
This one-on-one matchup in the bottom lane is very, very good for the Nature's Prophet right now. Mind Control, obviously already warmed up on the hero here. You can say the same for Goritz, I suppose, on this one, but this offensive farming Kuro Doom, and you know, I will admit I totally forgot and blanked about the thought that Kuro also
Jarex?
plays the Doom here as the big jungle player. Meanwhile, yeah, top lane Jarex's Rubik is drawing a lot of focus his way. And he's hustling out. Doesn't even have the level 1 boots or anything. He's going to be able to avoid a bit of trouble here, but Artez is waiting to cut him off. Just a long do-side-do here around the trees, but they'll be able to make it back in a way. And then here we are at bottom. Kuro steps out from his jungle and just kind of lets Beastmaster know that he's watching him from the wings here and not to get too aggressive, and tries his best to kind of keep him in check. And this has allowed Mind Control now to already be second in the CS game at 6-3. So it's a win lane there from, and if we scope out the mid lane situation, OD's 6-5 here to Fada's Death Prophet 4-5. Free Agent continues to kind of, you know, match him up in the CS game.
Yeah, I was gonna touch on mid too, where gonna have a wrap around here for Fada. He's gonna try to go for this turnaround play. He's not arcane orbing. This is weird for me. All right, no arcane orb. We don't need to steal your mana. We're just gonna die to the right click of a Doom. Nice salve actually. He's gonna be always baiting it in, but
wow. He can't get any sort of return kill, but finally will orb there at the end. But it's Kuro who walks away with a double. What a crazy set of events right there. Now, lack of extra orbs early on, but being able to get that salve off just before the Astral. I mean, the right click was on the way from Kuro, so he got that Astral off in the nick of time. Kept him alive enough so that he could at least get the takedown onto Fata, but it is Kuro who ends up being the big breadwinner on that one.
I mean, you have a Doom that's the highest level in the game right now. What am I playing? And he's a support. Oh my goodness, that haste rune. And you just see why runes are just sometimes one of the best things. Meanwhile, top lane is gonna get warded here. He's gonna get channeled up. Doesn't have boots yet, but they can't really stop him. They can contest the Sentry Ward. Yep, that's a nice play. And meanwhile, mid.
Free Agent gets off the Astral as Kuro is showing off his best impression of a China Doom here. He's just continuing to pop up in these lanes when he has this already huge XP advantage right now. I mean, he's freaking level 4. He's matched up with his OD as far as really XP goes. Free Agent's just not having any of it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's like getting camped when you're playing like Zeus and you just can't do anything. But in this game, at least he can. He has Astral Imprisonment. He's survived at least a little bit here. And I wanted to touch on the mid lane. Finally, I get to talk 9-8 versus 10. Nobody's winning in the CS right now. Meanwhile, in the mid, another go on him. So Free Agent has this mid lane is just so funny. It's like mass regen.
This game, man. He has just been
forced
to dish out the first aid kit in this mid lane process. He's been bullied to no end, and Kuro's not letting up one bit. He's like, get over here, I'm going to put you in the toilet now. We'll see if he can get a hold of him. While that happens, there is a minor rotation from the side of Yellow Submarines, but look at Kuro make his move. The Scorched Earth is out. Of course, Free Agent is going to be able to easily Astral up the pesky Doom, and now the rotation does come in from the Oracle here. It's only level 2, so one level in that Purifying Flames is not going to be enough, and Kuro's just happy to be able to keep him zoned back. And this will just allow Fata to just make up for any lack of CS that happened in laning phase, but they're turning on for him here. Well, it's still not going to be enough, but here comes the mighty Coconut. A beautiful set of bounces there. Takes out the Doom, and they're going to get the follow-up. It's a double kill, going for We Just Zick, the Oracle.
It's just right. Just the right plays coming in from him. And now he has an Invis rune to work with for the mid lane. Sadly, the OD has no HP or nothing. And meanwhile, top lane, mass TPs. Here we go.
They won Dima. He's going to get a 2-second stun off, but he's just going to get hit really hard here from Kuro. The burn is on, but he is fast. He is fast. Look at him go. They can't get close enough. He stops for a stun. That will end his life.
He's going to give him a Thunder Man, maybe.
Oh. Yeah, they try to hold him under the tower, but oh, my God, that Hellfire Blade just hurts. It scorches. It stings. It's going to award them 2 kills now, as Liquid will be able to even things up 4-4. Never mind. It is Beastmaster who steps in and just punches down Kuro. Puts Yellow ahead. He's going to try to get Matoma Man here, but yeah, they pop the Mango, and now he gets slashed apart. He can't do anything about it. Jarek's looking to cut him off the pass. Hi, how's it going right there? Yeah, you're not going to be crossing this path. And then Diane's back, and he just punches Jarek's immediately. And now he wants Matoma Man, and he's going to look to cut him off now. Back and forth we go. Oh, they don't see him. Are you serious right now? Matoma Man? Hiding in the trees? He is good. They figure he made it away. He did have a TP, but it was still on cooldown. He's good. He'll TP back to base, and that will be the end of it. 6-6. Back even
Radiant's
again.
bottom tower is under attack.
Whew. So now, but Jarex is keeping back to the top lane. I'm just anticipating people to die left, right, and center, everywhere on this map. And yeah, like you said, 6-6 already. 6 minutes in. This is 2 kills a minute. The aggression is not stopping. KotLGuy is mad. He's mad. He's gonna kill this Artez.
Yep, Artez will get sprouted. Treants come out. They're not going to be able to block the common
the
path.
coconut bounces are good.
Yeah, they are. It allows them to head off to the side, but they're not letting up. Rotations are not coming in. Goretz will be able to walk in, but no TPs yet. There they come. And Liquid, they're going to pull out here. They were able to finish off the Witch Doctor, but the Roar will come out, and they're looking to burst down Mind Control. They'll get that one as Curl makes a move.
Nice.
Yeah, the Fate's Edict prevents the right click, so Oracle going to be able to walk away. Good little disarm play. And he's good, and that will lead to a 2-man takedown for Yellow Submarine. Now, meanwhile, this does mean that Fata can pop his Exorcism, and he's going to do what work he can on this Tier 1. And, you know, again, of course, still, it looks like Jarex will be able to find some solo farm and get to his level 6, but that's a nice boost there for Yellow Submarine.
Yep. But at the other side, oh, nice deny coming in from Artez. Wrecked Fata. Oh man, doing that as a support, it's difficult, especially against the Death Prophet ulti. So really well played there, denying him extra gold. Meanwhile, KotLGuy found a target. Give me that Doom. Give me that creep. And I'm going to right-click it. Oh, the deny. Artez.
That Infernal Blade hits so hard. I mean, it's obviously a percentage-based attack, but it looks like such a good value point. It's always able to kind of get them to just slow down and hit that extra delicious nuking power there. And possibly some advancement here for Dima. He's eating a lot of softening up here from the Fade Bolt, and I thought maybe Fata would rotate over, but he's going to take the long road. But we have an Oracle here now, not yet level 6, so no false promise as a safety net here.
He's also saving money. Should probably buy his arcane boots one day. Meanwhile, bottom lane, mass TPs are in effect.
We're looking.
Nice
Artez, though, sprouted up. Nature's Prophet's out of there. These rotations aren't going to lead to any sort of pick-off, and Liquid are going to be happy to stall things out a bit, maybe wait for the Doom to come back up. And Matam Man will be able to kind of continue his own farm. Mask of Madness seems to be done for him. No phase boots yet. We'll see how long before he stalls out doing the Roche, but the option is there now, and it's going to be on Yellow Submarine to make sure they can kind of keep tabs on where this Ursa is at all times. They're smoked up now, but they're not smoked up to head into the Roche pit that maybe, Yellow Submarine are anticipating. They smoked up to move up and around and make a jumping play. And Goretz is at risk of being caught out here and now, and he will be. They flank him from not one side, but two, and they quickly take down the Beastmaster. Not even a chance for Aurora or anything. They cannot get a hold of the Witch Doctor here, but Free Agent will be isolated there. Set up with the Sprout. Astral only delays what looks like the inevitable here, and it's going to lead to a nice, successful 2-man takedown. I was going to say Liquid could pull off for the Roche now, and it looks like they will. But Tom Man already heads into the pit, and now Yellow Submarine, we're not going to have their OD available for any sort of counterplay.
Yeah, this is where the game gets ripped wide open, and they don't have any methods to stop this. They want to contest, though. This is still the right play. Beastmaster is up in 1. They have the vision from the Hawk still, but it's dead already. They want to contest. They need to kill Fata first, though.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the best idea.
Yeah. I don't think it is either.
They're still hustling. I mean, they feel good. They feel confident. They got the Roar. They're going to be using it here. They could get rid of the Aegis very fast, but the Roar, it's been stolen. Jarex moves in. He's slow with it, but now we'll dish it off. It's going to be on the Goretz here. That leads into a Soul Siphon. The Exorcism's already out. This could be quickly Liquid's fight, and I think Yellow Submarine might need to retreat the hell out of there. They get a good, quick pullback onto Free Agent. That will take the OD out, and it turns into a quick slaughter. 3 goes down all day. Liquid. I mean, they did lose their Aegis here, but they still continue to get so much from it, and it's going to turn into a Tier 2, it looks like.
Radiant's bottom tower.
I was going to touch on why Yellow Submarines were down still a little bit before those 2 deaths and then the Roche exchange. They got the 2 towers in the mid, and the top or the mid and the bottom, which allows them to play very aggressive like that, and they're not going to have TP support coming in from Yellow Submarine when you just saw them flank. So really well played coming in from Liquid, knowing the right time to smoke, catching them off guard, and they just couldn't have any extra backup. And when you just get one pickoff, like one huge pickoff, it just changes how the whole game, how the rest of the game is going to be, just because you can get Roshan so fast.
And with that big economy surplus here, we're going to be seeing Kuro go down the lines of more of the... Oh, wait, did we have a conflict here? Or two bucklers on the side of Liquid, one for the Doom and one for Mind Control, I guess a Crimson Guard.
Casual.
We'll have to be in order for one of them. You know what, Crimson Guard, though, not bad for going against a CK, so... Ain't the worst thing ever, but I don't know if that was intentional or not. I mean, it looks like Kuro will be the one to go for the Crimson. He's got the Vipe booster now. I mean, who knows? Maybe it was intentional. I'm not sure, but nonetheless, he's turning into quite the tanky guy.
Normally, what I've been seeing when I watch the Chinese scene, they just get the casual buckler just for that extra armor for the hero, and they have the Tranquil, so you're not squishy and fragile on the Doom. You don't even walk around with the 10 HP. Dima could have been in trouble there. They had the roar still on Jerax, but and as we haven't even talked about it yet. 12 minutes in the game, Jerax is the one playing Rubik.
Yeah, I said it at the start. I said it. Yeah, I was. Okay. I got very. I admit that I got very tunnel vision that Jerax was going to be playing the Doom because obviously it's easy to put Kuro on the Rubik. But
right.
It's not like Jerax plays a lot of Rubik either. I mean, this is a guy who's been Tusk, Bounty Hunter, Earth Spirit, and then everything outside of that, maybe Phoenix also, but outside of those, everything is kind of like, oh, really? Wow, okay. But it makes more sense. Kuro is obviously a polished 4-position jungler. I mean, hell, the guy plays every position in the book, of course, but yeah, Jerax has been also showing that he plays a mighty Rubik, and when you're even playing side by side to someone like Kuro, he has not wavered one bit, and he's still got the roar. He's got one more second of it. Can he get it off last second? Yes, he can. Gets it off quick and gets a beautiful setup from Matama Man just before it expires. Well played and right on cue as we talk about him, but this does lead to him getting shredded up there as a nice pullback into a death ward. Nonetheless, though, the Odin gets punished again. 2-4, hard game for him. He has fallen down this net worth chart very fast, and that means there's only few real hard-hitting options coming out here from the side of Yellow Submarines.
Yeah, the problem with this game is you're not going to be CSing, right? We saw it from the beginning of the game where like at 8 or 9 minutes in, everybody has like 30 CS or something, or 40. You're constantly running at people like this in the mid lane. No, Courier died somewhere. So you're not going to be able to get farm effectively because Liquid are just going to be applying that pressure everywhere on the map. So you're just kind of forced to group up as 2 or 3, and that just hurts for the Yellow Submarines because they have CK who needs to farm, and it's hard for him to flash farm. And then you also have the OD who can't really flash farm. Doomed up. Kroki's on a one-man mission.
Boom.
All the deny wasn't able.
Then factor in the crazy nature's wrath that comes in and just quickly takes him down. Roar's going to be coming out here from Goretz. On to Mind Control, and again, it's going to get stolen up from Jerax. He walks in, gets out the lift, and roars in the face of Goretz once again. Another taste of his own medicine on this one. Looks like game 2 going to be going again to Liquid potentially, and it might be even a bit faster. This skirmish leads to a 4-man takedown. Liquid's net worth now pushes well past the 10K mark. And they're also
Can
going
we
to be
go
eliminating...
redo this game without the haste rune at 2 minutes in for Kuroki? I just want to see what would happen afterwards.
That's Dota for you.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
it's like that just rune opened up everything for him, like every single thing, and because he just needs the levels for up the Scorchers. And you talk about it, Infernal Blade is one of those deceptive things that does an insane amount of damage, and just the rotations so far from Yellow Submarine have been not spot on this game, as we saw from last time. And Free Agent just not looking pretty on his OD, and I don't know if that's because his team didn't help him out enough in the early game. He's just been shut down every single time. Doom has been having good times. Kroki's just been dooming him up like the last 2 times I've seen him, so he can't contribute anything to the team fight, and they're not even going to catch Kuroki here.
This feels desperate, but they are yellow smoking up and heading around. They will eventually cross paths with Kuro, and it will lead to a Doom takedown. He was holding a killing spree of a bounty at 442, but I imagine with already the huge net worth that it actually turns into about a 1,500 net worth swing altogether just for taking down a Doom. So any sort of pick-off, I'm sure Yellow Submarine are going to get rich off of. But that's just one
Witch
step.
Doctors ulti don't care about no Vanguard damage block.
Yeah.
So it's nice that they have that hero here.
I was meant to have this.
Oh,
Mid lane, a jump. They get a nice little Fate's Edict, though. Prevents Man, but then he just pops the ulti. Nice false promise. It's going to be into the Astral, though.
stole it.
And, yeah, gets quickly snagged up. Jarex has been just stealing all of the big ultimates on this one. Another fight where quickly 3 will hit the deck from the side of Yellow Submarine. Here comes Liquid. Exorcism's already out conveniently for them. This tier 2 is made of paper mache at this point. Quick and easy takedown, and we're already looking at base work being done now. Yellow Submarine.
Which side is Beastmaster on, Dakota? I forgot.
I mean, based on
Is he on the
Primal
dire
Wars
side?
and who's been landing the most significant ones, I'm pretty sure he's on the dire side, but...
Oh,
Tez. He's eating again. He's eating the ward. Are you serious? He stole that too.
How did they not cast any of their ultis
Are
right
you
now?
serious? He got Death Ward too? Oh, man. Well, there's the other Death Ward going back this way. And he'll get a kill with it. Kuro, though, soaks the majority of the damage on the next one. He's going to be able to get the Doom off for Free Agent, who does go down. And Liquid are looking to get the knockout punch with this one. But Dima says otherwise. Tries to go toe-to-toe with Kuro, but the Soul Siphon will start coming out here from Fata. They were able to get the racks down. Will they be able to nuke down Kuro? Yes, they will. With the help of Purifying Flames, they got it done. Fata now moves in. Soul Siphon sucks up the life there from Oracle. Tries to go up for the quick heal. Going to be able to get it. Jarex, though, with another roar, is going to be able to get it off. Are you serious right now? That's 4 roller. That's like, how many ultimates has he casted already this game? I can't believe it.
This is where you tap out and you say, GG, well played, Jarex. And, well, they're going to kill Mind Control, it looks like. No, not even. Give me that mechanism. Oh, Gorex is back. Doesn't have roar for 20 seconds, and they're just going to TP out Nice Silence.
Oof, alright, but when we walk away, what damages have been done? A melee rack's down. That's about it. I mean, Liquid are going to be taking yet another huge economy plus here. 15k and XP about the same, so as they step away from this, they're only stepping back and picking up harder hitting gear here. Jarex now with a Blink Dagger. And Man, who's... he's a good Witch Doctor.
Ow!
Oh! Yeah, that was a mugging. We just witnessed it.
Poor Grandma's purse.
Oh,
Speaking of Grandma's, this
Mid
Oracle.
lane, Oracle's in trouble. Will get off the Self-Fate's Edict and Purifying Flames, but I looked away for one moment. Matama got another kill, taking down Dima here. Back and below, Kuro, though, has been caught out. While that happens, Fata comes in from the backside and is looking to go for Free Agent here. And, man, every time I look at these fights, Free Agent just goes down again. It's a hard one for the OD to make it away from a lot of this trouble. And Goreitz also not going to be able to make it out. Jarex has his number. He has his own set of boars here and has been able to slow him down. And 3 are going to be out of the picture for this potential defense from the side of Yellow Submarines. Liquid with 4 still to go. Jarex moves in, gets the telekinesis pullback set up for Matama Man. Matama not going to be able to get the finish on this one, though. Jarex steals the Astral, puts it back now in for the OD instead. There goes the Death Ward on this one. Did he steal it again? No, he didn't putt the heal, but he didn't have the steal up in time to take it either. And that is going to be the game.
Well,
Liquid,
you can heal while channeling.
Yeah. I don't know. He's not using it, though.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
That's why it's almost impossible to steal Witch Doctor's ulti. You just pop the ulti, turn on your heal, and he would have lived there and potentially killed Jarex, but... Oh, well.
Oh, well. You know, at the start of this series in game number 1, I had a lot of high hopes there for Yellow Submarine. I got to say, Free Agent looks really good in the mid lane and the laning phase. He was kind of out-CSing Fata quite a bit. But it seemed like, especially for game number 1, the momentum they were given, it just wasn't able to transition into a whole lot. And that could have been the theme for just today overall, Ryu, where you really see one team that has that veteran experience on being able to either stay composed or utilize a early game advantage like that one. And for some of the other teams,
it's
they
kinda
just
like-
kind of hand it over.
Yeah, I understand what you mean, and it's also where you have the first picking phase where like, oh, we know what you're gonna do. You're gonna try to do something a little bit cheesy or something, and you're gonna try and outpick us a little bit for the first game. But the second game, we know what you're doing, and we're ready for it, and we're just gonna outplay you, in the sense, and the picks just aren't gonna come in to play. And really well played from Liquid. I was hoping for at least a best of 3 series today, Dakota. You're cursed, man. I don't know if I should cast with you anymore. What is wrong with you?
It makes my day short and easy, which, is not the worst thing ever, but you
Oh,
are
that's-
right. It does make these series feel pretty one-sided here. It is pretty early into the tournament, though,
It
so
is
you
early,
can't blame them too
The
much.
crack.
In fact, on cue, I'll bring up now the updated bracket. Ignore the score,
That
though. I
Team
didn't
Spirit
update the
versus
score.
Empire, though.
Yeah, that's going to be
That's-
exciting. That should be
That's
the
gonna be a grand final,
That should be I think the next series to be played. I'll be backcasting more BTS Europe on Sunday, I believe. So we'll see what matches are going to be played out before then. But with this win from Team Liquid, they have now secured a spot into the next round where they will face Power Rangers. So it's Liquid versus Power Rangers. We also have Team Alternate going against Pro Dota Gaming, Polarity versus Broodmothers, and Advenem will be waiting Spirit versus Empire, as you already mentioned. But that will close things out for today, and BTS Europe will continue on forward. So thank you so much, everybody, for coming by and hanging out for us for some Dota action, but there will be no more Dota to be played here today. If you want to show some support for us, you can catch my wonderful co-caster here, Ryu Boris, over on his Twitter, at RyuDota, RYUU Dota, and myself, KotLGuy, KotLGuy, of course. So with that, if you missed any of the action, be sure to check out the Beyond the Summit YouTube channel for the VODs, which I'm uploading at the moment. And other than that, enjoy the rest of your day, and good luck with your Dota. We'll see you next time for more BTS Europe action. Take care.